This is the coating of the apple pie.
That's it. This is Natasha's Kitchen's pie crust recipe. We've chopped up 8 tablespoons of butter and 6 tablespoons of cold water, 2 cups of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and we are going to make our pie crust. The blender did not work. Reminder, when you're making a pie crust, you want your dough to be crumbly. Then bring together your crumbles of flour and butter to create a ball. My name is Lisa. I've hijacked my husband's channel. We're a cooking couple. He's the professional. I just like to dupe recipes. Again, today we're making Natasha's Kitchen's viral apple pie. So I used her pie crust recipe and her method for the apple pie filling. If your pie crust dough is sticky, just add a little more flour to your hands just to keep it from being sticky, because then it won't lay right. Saran wrap or wax paper. Place the dough in your refrigerator until your apple filling is done. I prepare the rest of the apple pie, y'all. Sister, she's in town. Like, comment, share, and be sure to turn the notification bell from gray to black so you'll be notified next time we upload or go live. And thank you so much for clicking on the video. I won't make it too long, but let me tell you, this is a very tedious process. We're going to cook about 7 cups of apples, which comes to, we're using 4 Macintosh and a couple of Granny Smith apples. And we're going to slice them the Natasha Kitchen way. I am even taking out the core and the cork the way Natasha taught us, which is, she had a melon cutter, but she did little triangles where the stem starts to pop out the stem, and then she created a little circle in the middle with her melon cutter and popped out the core. I don't have a melon cutter. What I really did appreciate and learned from this recipe is the style of cut she did for the apple pie filling, which I truly am going to use going forward for all of my apple pies, because I'm an apple pie fan. That's why I had to make this. Okay. Pop it right out. Boop. Okay, so this was the slice. It's a thin slice. I like that. But she says the real winner here is the filling. It takes a little bit of extra time to do the filling the way she does it, but she says it is a game changer. So let's find out if that's true. Please rinse your apples. I like to rinse them, gets all the seeds and anything extra and hands have been, just rinse your apples. It's best. Just rinse them, pat them dry. Some people add, well, old school adds a little touch of lemon juice, but I'm doing Natasha's recipe, okay? Aren't they pretty? Be sure to thumbs it up. Did you subscribe yet? Did you subscribe yet? Okay, this is what she calls the major game changer and so worth it. This is the pie filling that I believe is the magic. So that's 2 tablespoons of flour, 8 tablespoons of butter. Whisk that together well until it's creamy and combined. Lower your heat so that it becomes a nice mixture. I'm going to gradually add in 1 cup of sugar. Makes it nice and tasty. Let me tell you what my sister said about this recipe, but I thought it was superb. Not as good as hers. Not as good as my sister's apple pie, but it was pretty close. But my sister, well, I'll tell you later. But we're going to combine that 1 cup of sugar with our flour and our butter. Make it very creamy. There's some things I just can't leave out of an apple pie recipe. So I added our traditional cinnamon, vanilla, and allspice here in the pan. Sorry, Natasha. I could not read the measurement on my spoon, so my husband said, here, use a teaspoon that they use to measure when they serve tea. So he's handing me a teaspoon. And we're going to pour my measurement into the teaspoon. And that's how you can always check your measurement tools to see if it's an actual teaspoon. All right. So that is 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of allspice, and we're going to do about 2 cupfuls of vanilla and 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. Now note, Natasha's was yellow, but when I add my spices and extract, mine becomes brown. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, which will be, a teaspoon. Okay, do it again. Just know all the exact measurements will be in the description box below. I had a hard time breaking with tradition, so that's why the vanilla and cinnamon ran into the pot together with the butter and the flour and the sugar. Now this butter extract is my own touch. Add just a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of butter extract just to lift up that flavor a little bit more. So we're going in, we're laying the base into our apples. We're going to combine our filling with the apples, and boy, oh boy, my kitchen smelled like heaven. Cinnamon, sugary, brown sugar heaven. Notice this recipe did not call for any brown sugar from what I recollect, but we didn't use any brown sugar. It's smelling real good. We're about to go into that homemade pie crust. I will say that pie crust recipe that she shared that we used for this video and this apple pie recipe was flaky and amazing. I did it just like she said, except for not using a Cuisinart. We tried to use the blender. It just didn't work. So mixing it in a bowl, you still are very successful. Look at that smile. I'm so happy because I'd never seen apples peeled thin. I really liked that. So it's making me smile because it smells good and things are going well so far. Okay, now we're going to roll our pie crust. This part, a labor of love, y'all. Be patient with yourself. If I had a rolling pin, I'd probably be that much more successful. So as you become a family member, subscriber, and a member over here, subscribing is free. It costs you nothing. Somebody can donate a rolling pin into my home. You see, I don't take baking that seriously, but any bottle will do. Just make sure you flour it well, and it will suffice as a rolling pin. You have to be flexible with yourself, and always remember, life is a journey. Make sure you enjoy the ride. So you see, it worked. And one of Natasha's tricks was to wrap your pie crust dough around the rolling pin and then lay it into your pie shell. And you guys, wait till you see what happens. Also, she teaches us how to create that lattice pattern. Yes.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Jesus.
to create the lattice, take your second roll of pie crust and roll it out flat with the same rolling pin and flour to keep it from coming too doughy. And then make strips called lattice and lay them down accordingly, starting with a center across the middle and then working your way to the right and then to the left. And then take 2 forward, lay 2 down across it, and then cover that back up. Sometimes it gets a little tricky. They can come apart on you, so be careful, but you get the gist. But now we're going to grab up our pie crust, pinch it inside of your pie dish. You want to put your knuckle in between and pinch around your knuckle. Okay? Knuckle, pinch, pinch. Finger between and pinch around that finger. Okay. Take 1 egg and add some sugar to your wash and paint the top of your apple pie shell. Yes, y'all. Look at the pie crust. Paint it gingerly. Go into the oven at 350 for 15 minutes and then back in for 30 minutes at 400 degrees. Here I'm adding butter. I'm adding butter to our apple pie and it is ready to go. Now while I'm making this apple pie, my sister came to town and she's making Barefoot Contessa's pound cake. I have 32 minutes left, so. Oh yeah. Lost my mama. Did she? Blake's killing it. Oh, suck it, ducky, quack, quack now. That's that glaze. That's that glaze. Look at. Yeah, boy.
It's pretty. It's pretty.
It's beautimous.
Ah. It's exciting when that sucker come out, right?
It didn't stick. It was all right. That's like that.
And imagine.
That's a money shot, boo.
What is
Turn it for me a little bit. Oh, she's nice. That's that, what do you call that glaze on top
the
then?
turbinado sugar glaze.
Turbinado. Do the face caper, please.
Turbinado sugar glaze.
Blake, you can do it too. Do the what?
I said, what the?
This is the coating of the apple pie.
My sister thought it was way too sweet, but I thought it was just perfect. It tasted like bakery apple pie. It was amazing, and so much more amazing when you make it yourself. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share.